When you're going through chemo, food becomes more than just food. It can be comfort, energy, or even the thing that gets you through the next hour. But it can also be confusing. What should you eat? And what should you stay away from? Today, I want to share both the foods that helped me during chemo and the ones I avoided, plus some personal recipes that made all the difference. Hi, I'm Joey. I share my cancer journey with patients, caregivers, and survivors to help others going through this feel a little less alone. During my chemo, food was complicated. Some days I was starving, and other days I couldn't stand the thought of eating. So in this video, I'll walk you through the gentle foods that are easier to eat when you're struggling, snacks and energy boosters that help me between treatments, the real foods I ate every day that kept me going, foods I avoided because they could make things harder. And at the end, I'll point you to another video with even more ideas for soft foods during cancer treatment. One of the first challenges during chemo is mouth sores and sensitive digestion. Soft foods became my best friend. Oatmeal, warm, soothing, and easy to customize. Smoothies with bananas, berries, nut butter, and soy protein. Cooked vegetables, soft, well-cooked carrots, zucchini, or squash. Cold melon or grapes. They felt amazing when my mouth was sore. Soups and broths. Chicken broth, lentil soup, or blended vegetable soups were nourishing and gentle. One of the hardest parts of chemo is that your appetite can swing all over the place. Some days I didn't feel hungry at all. Other times I was starving in between naps. And sometimes I was hungry, but had belly pain, which made it tricky to choose the right thing. That's why snacks and comfort foods were so important. Having gentle, nourishing options on hand helped me through all those moments. For no appetite, just a few bites of Greek yogurt, a banana, or some soft melon. For sudden hunger, a protein shake with almond butter and berries, or soaked peanuts that were easier to chew and sliced bananas. For belly pain but still hungry, oatmeal, ripe bananas, or very soft cooked vegetables like zucchini or carrots. And honestly, I had cravings too. Soups and protein shakes became my safe choices. My favorite go-to was a simple tofu dish with kale and cherry tomatoes. It was light but satisfying. I often just needed quick snacks that felt safe and gave me energy. Blueberries, bananas, or soft fruit. Soaked peanuts or other softened nuts. Greek yogurt, pasteurized, not raw. My absolute go-to, a plant-based Power Life protein shake by Tony Horton, approved by my nutritionist. I added almond butter and berries for extra calories and protein. Having these prepared ahead was key because when fatigue hit, I wasn't going to cook. I needed things ready. Something people don't talk about enough is how you actually feel hungry during chemo sessions, sometimes more than usual. For me, between naps at the infusion center, I would suddenly be starving. And that's not a bad thing. It's your body asking for fuel. So I learned to pack and prepare. A banana and blueberries with soaked peanuts, and a small container of oatmeal or overnight oats, a protein shake with almond butter and berries, soft snacks that wouldn't upset my stomach. Having those on hand meant I didn't reach for something processed or skip food altogether during my long treatments. So if you're in treatment, plan for hunger, pack for it, and give your body what it needs to keep fighting. One little thing I learned on chemo days, bring foods that don't have a strong smell. Even though I craved warm, salty foods, I avoided things like eggs or reheated leftovers at the infusion center because the smell can trigger nausea for others nearby. Cold foods like fruit, a banana, or a shake were perfect. Gentle on me and considerate for the room. I want to share some of the foods I personally relied on during chemo because sometimes the real-life examples help the most. I ate blueberries and bananas almost every day. They were gentle, easy to digest, and gave me quick energy. Soaked peanuts were another go-to for protein when I wanted something small but filling. Oatmeal was comforting, warm, and easy on my stomach when nothing else sounded good. And when I craved something savory, I bought, or my daughter living with me made, soups and broths, salty, warm, and soothing. My absolute favorite dish was simple but nourishing tofu with kale, sesame oil, cherry tomatoes, oregano, turmeric, salt, and pepper. It gives me both protein and vegetables in a form that felt gentle enough during treatment. And for a big protein boost, I used the Power Life plant-based protein shakes by Tony Horton. I like the vanilla vegan blend with berries and almond butter. And they also come in chocolate, which is also really tasty. I have a link for you in the description. These were my staples. Not perfect, not fancy, just foods that worked for me while my body was going through so much. One thing I learned quickly, protein is essential during treatment. Your body needs to repair cells, support your immune system, and keep your strength up. For me, tofu dishes and protein shakes were my go-to sources. But if you can tolerate them, things like chicken, fish, beans, or well-cooked eggs are excellent too. It's important that eggs are fully cooked, no runny yolks, because your immune system needs extra protection. The key is finding what sits well with you. Some people can't handle meat during chemo, and that's okay. Gentle options like Greek yogurt, nut butters, or adding protein powder to smoothies can still give you that boost. Even small amounts add up. So if all you can manage is a few bites here and there, it still helps your body heal. One thing that's just as important as food during chemo is hydration. Treatment can be very dehydrating, and even mild dehydration makes fatigue, nausea, and headaches worse. I kept a big water bottle with me at all times, and when plain water felt hard, I used alternatives. Herbal teas like ginger or peppermint are soothing for nausea. Clear broth, they gave me both salt and hydration. Coconut water, a gentle source of electrolytes. Even when I couldn't eat much, sipping throughout the day kept me feeling steadier. My tip, drink before you feel thirsty, because thirst often comes too late during treatment and you may be already dehydrated. Just as important as what to eat is what not to eat during chemo. Raw or undercooked foods, sushi, raw sprouts, soft cheeses made from unpasteurized milk, processed meats like bacon, sausage, or deli meats, which have been linked to cancer risks, supplements without approval, especially high-dose vitamins like vitamin C packets or herbal blends. Always check with your oncologist before adding anything. Greasy or spicy foods, these often made nausea worse for me. The key is food safety. Your immune system is already working so hard, so keeping everything fully cooked and clean is essential. The truth is, chemo is different for everyone. What soothed me might not work for you. Some days I lived on oatmeal and smoothies. Other days I craved salty broth or my tofu dish. What mattered most was listening to my body and keeping things simple. Chemo changes your relationship with food, but with the right meals and snacks, you can feel more comfortable and supported through treatment. What foods helped you during chemo? Share in the comments. Your tips could really help someone else. And if you want more ideas, check out my video on the best soft foods for cancer patients. I'll link it here next. And don't forget to subscribe for more real cancer stories and practical tips. Thank you.